Guys, I don't know how I'm going to tell you this, but please try to follow me here. I mean, sometimes when you're researching, you keep coming across things and you're almost like, oh my gosh, I really wish I almost didn't come across that. Cause it's like, now what am I supposed to do with this information? Or how am I even supposed to make a coherent sentence with it? Okay. So anyway, side note, I have a bunch of tabs up on my computer. And one of the tabs is, showing me the etymology of the word Zion. And as I'm scrolling through just on Wikipedia, I come across this paragraph. It's called Baha Faith, right? And so I click it and I see that there's this picture of this structure building that kind of looks just like our Capitol building or similar. It's got all these columns and stuff. It's called the Universal House of Justice. And it's in Haifa, Israel. Okay. However, I'm pretty sure that this has some correlation to Iran or Persia because that's where their scripture and text apparently comes from. So please bear with me here a little bit, but fucking I just exited out the tab. Don't you love that, right? But apparently this is a quote from one of these Baha Faith books or whatever, and it says, "The time foreordained unto the peoples and kindreds of the earth is now come. The promises of God, as recorded in her holy scriptures, have all been fulfilled. Out of Zion hath gone forth the law of God, and Jerusalem, and the hills and the land thereof are filled with his glory and his revelation." So as I'm looking into this Baha Faith, I look into like the socioeconomic development and the Baha Faith. And that's where I get to Iran. And there's this huge girls' school in Iran in, guess what, 1933. And it was closed 1 year later by the Baha Faith in Iran. But check this out. Basically, this was trying to give greater freedom to women and prolongating their health or education, blah, 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 all the nonsense they want to tell you. Who actually knows? So they released this statement called, listen to me here, the promise of world peace. Okay. This is after I'm looking into Zion. I find this Baha Faith of religion. I look into it. They've got this universal house of justice in Haifa, Israel, but it seems to have correlations or connections to Iran and trying to experiment, I guess almost like how MK Ultra does, like mind game experiments on I don't know. But so then I come to this, they make this announcement in the 80s called the promise of world peace. Okay. So this is what I found out. This Baha, I think it's actually Bah'i. The Bah'i faith is a religion established by Baha'u'llah in the 19th century that teaches that the essential worth of all religions and the unity of all people. It initially developed in Iran and Western Asia. According to their teachings, religion is revealed in an orderly and progressive way by a single God through manifestations of God, who are the founders of major world religions like Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad. And basically at the heart of this teaching is the vision of a unified world order that ensures the prosperity of all nations, creeds, races, and classes. So I know this might be a little hard to follow, and it's hard to follow even for myself because I just came across this, but apparently there's this Bah'i religion faith that has its, I guess, headquarters or house of justice in Haifa, Israel, where they send out decrees or whatever they send out, whoever they have jurisdiction over, who even knows? I just heard of this place today. It was established or created, and it traces back to the Arabic nations as well, so specifically Iran. And so, okay, so their core teachings, they're at the heart of their teachings is a unified world order, right? And then they have this book that you can click. It's called The Secret Divine Civilization. And so as I'm looking through this, I come across this, the promise of world peace, which is a document that was produced by this Universal House of Justice of this Bah'i faith in October 1985. And basically, it outlines how they're going to establish world peace. It says that the current international system of government is flawed and unable to eradicate the threats of war, terrorism, anarchy, and economic instability. Adding to the problem is the widespread belief that human beings are intrinsically hostile and aggressive, and that these flaws make them unable to have peace or be unsustainable. Okay. Well, I can tell you that's a fucking lie, because we are nothing but a bunch of cowards. For real. Aggressive my ass. So basically it's saying that that humans are a creation of God, and that religion is the greatest of all means for the establishment of the order in the world and the peaceful contentment of all that dwells within. So my understanding is that they're saying unite everyone to one religion, and that's the best way to rule the globe. Is that what this is? So lo and behold, it says, see also New World Order. So I didn't even go through New World Order yet as it relates to the Baha'I. I just started thinking, oh my gosh, Iran and Israel, what's going on there now? Is this to establish their one world, religion, bring everyone together, and then, pop off their, NWO? Just a theory thought, and just total speculation, because I don't know anything really. But so it says on Wikipedia, New World Order for this Baha'I religion says that basically humans go through periods of progress and regress as it moves through stages of social evolution. No, bitch, we have a consciousness, and it's a sine wave. And as the sine wave moves, our consciousness goes through different phases. How about that, bitch? But basically, it says that the realization of a just and peaceful global polity, manifesting the reality of oneness of the human family, and the inherent spiritual dignity of all members in that family. So basically they're saying we're all one spirit, we're all one collective one as a human, right? They asked the world rulers to stop fighting and become friends, and so that they could make Earth one country, mankind its citizens. And what's the definition of a citizen? Do you know? Then it goes on to say that the Universal House of Justice, they believe that there needs to be a prodigious scheme for worldwide human solidarity. This is based out of Israel. And it seems like it's in cahoots with Iran and everywhere else in the globe, because it seems like before we were even born, they made some deal that they were all going to get along so that they could start these conflicts, convince us that it's real, and then, oh my gosh, so that they can, it's such a theater. This is such fucking theater, dude. This is a show. It's can you be more creative? Dude, just try. It honestly just reminds me of this scene from Truman Show.
I like to be an explorer, like the great Magellan.
Oh, you're too late. There's really nothing left to explore.
Essentially, that's what I think this whole thing on the world stage is happening right now, to just prepare us dumbasses, or us peasants, or us little common folk, us debt slaves for the next world order. So it makes me wonder, was Buddha even real, or was he just in on this scheme? Was Jesus? Well, I don't want to get in there, but were these figures that were supposed to really come and help humanity actually fucking agents for the other side? And I don't know. That's where I'll end that about this little Baha faith rant. Thus, I think it's kind of important we know what the fuck Zion even is. So if we go to Jeremiah, which I've said he's my favorite because he reminds me of me, the weeping prophets, just please listen to me. And everyone's like, fuck you,